So again, that's where we're at with this. And a lot of the youth that I've spoken to say that they are happy for the future if it was to happen, but they too are all in confusion about all of this. And I did explain to them too as well, like, you know, our brothers and sisters in the north need this too, and we have to think about them, because over there everything is so expensive. Everybody knows that, and you know, it is. Even living in Thunder Bay, I think it's expensive, you know, but theirs is more high price. So I understand, you know, where we're all at. And well, you know, when I think about this and trying to work with our government, again, it's not happening. Good example of what just happened. Like, you know, we tried to smile at our council, be nice to them. Again, they walked out because we're here. But why is that? Isn't it that our future as well? We didn't know that they were supposed to be government to government, government only, prosperity. We didn't know that. So that's where we question as ground zero's people. You know, where do we fit in? What do we have to look forward to them if we're not included in these meetings or understand what's happening? And I ask a lot of people too, like, okay, the chiefs of right now, they get their elections because that's the Indian policy. So what happens if a new government gets elected in like a year, 2 years from now? Do you guys restart everything? How is that going to work? That was one of the questions that was asked, because that's what our family members are talking about. I mean, our reserve members are talking about. Because we don't know what's going to happen with our chief and all that. Right now, we're at a standstill. Okay, so now the young ones are saying, well, who's going to be the new government? But I hear our young people are very excited about jobs. They want to work. I keep saying that. So, but again, as you guys all witness to this day, I'm not going to stand here and lie or sugarcoat anything. That is the real example of what we have to deal with when our own people walk out. Okay? I'm not here to lie to anybody. I just want to say this is exactly what we're going through in our own band issues. And I wanted to ask if Doug Keshen was here. No, he's not here. That's why they left, because they usually hang on to this coattail. So, you know, as leaders, you question our leaders. Why? You know? Why is this happening to Saugeen? That's what we ask. Why aren't they coming to us and talking with us? That's where we're frustrated. That's where, again, where we're at. How do you get those people to take us serious as well?
When your own chief of council don't listen to you.
I just sorry. Okay, you lost my train. Okay, yeah, but anyway, sure, there's going to be a lot of other issues that will come up with this, but if we're prepared and if our, you know, people talk to us, and, you know, I'm pretty sure we could work out things, because I too am in favor, but again, I don't really understand, you know, the real things. The money part, I don't really care. I have no money to really care about, but I heard there's really whatever, right? But, yeah, that's all I have to say on that. But we, like with me, I want to help so much in any ways to help our people. You know, that's the way I see life. We should be helping each other, but this is very confusional with the Shirujik and the Shunya they talk about. You know, that's very, I don't know where we stand with that yet. I haven't seen no figures. We have never been shown no papers. But we can't even get our leadership to the table to talk with us. And I have spoken to our people as well. We will be adults, everybody agreed. But then now there's nobody here to represent Saugeen. And I, as an off-reserve spokesperson, I almost say shut it down for the Saugeen part. But again, I wish our leadership would really come and talk to us and quit playing because that's not what it is what we're trying to show up to the world. That's all I gotta say about that. Like, you know, I wanna help our people. I do. But what do we do in this situation? That's all. You good, you guys, and it's good to see all you guys again. You good?
Ontario First Nations Water Declaration should be upheld. I was talking to Isidore Day from the Chiefs of Ontario, and I did mention to him that, you know, the Anishinaabe of this territory, none of people are talking about the water rights. No one's talking about the chromite contamination that will take place. No one's talking about the tailing ponds. I don't know what an elder is, that's how whitewashed I am, but you know, there's a lot of stuff that I need to learn as being raised white. I spent the entire week fishing because I spent 10 days up here because I didn't want to miss this meeting. I can't afford to fly back from Ottawa to here with a baby, but I do. $898 it cost me to get my son up here and meet. I can't afford that every 2 weeks. None of us can afford that any 2 weeks, except for the people who get paid by Indian Northern Affairs. Kathleen Wynne, Carolyn Bennett, they all stood in the same room when I brought up the missing and murdered women at the pre-inquiry in Ottawa to bring concerns of the safety of our people before these mines or this power line would open up. To this day, nothing has been done, nothing has been discussed. Carolyn Bennett won't even look at me. They know who we are. We brought all the concerns that were the issues that we had in our community. Today we're being threatened to be killed. We had shotguns. We had people pointing shotguns at us on the reserve since the last meeting of April 6, 2017. An email was sent to Wate, and the response was, I hope you take care of it. Well, you know what, Scott Hawks? We took care of it. We got a lawyer, and we will pursue the criminal charges that have been taking place on our reserve. And that also includes all the leadership inequalities that our chief and council have been putting us through for the past 30 years. Our people deserve equality, and we want to help you all, but there's other ways to generate hydro. On Facebook, there's pages and pages and pages of ways to generate hydro, way to grow food. I'm also part of the National Indigenous Medical Cannabis Association that we developed in Tibay Nations to help our people get off the opiates, which is an epidemic that's pretty much conquered a lot of reserves in our territories. I don't want to lose another family member to pills, drugs, alcohol, homelessness. I want equality, and I want all your ancestors and all your families to be well, to be taken care of. Like we said, we are in support of providing hydro to the communities up north, but we will not fund the Ring of Fire. I just wanted to share that with you because it's important to me. I'm going back to Ottawa tomorrow. I'm meeting with the Globe and Mail. I'm meeting with APTN, and I will share the messages that came from this meeting. I just want to say that, you know, the chromite disasters that will happen in the Ring of Fire, it will contaminate all our waterways. Where will you evacuate your people to? How far down will they go? Look at the people in Saskatchewan. They're here right now. Jimmy Vetch.
I try not to push things too hard or too fast for the people. I try to go easy on them and let them think about it. But we're ready to step up and, you know, and sit with you guys and discuss coming from the Klans Mother's view. Not from the government that does not want to sit with us, but from the Klans Mothers. They see and hear what's going, and they too agree that we should help the people. But we're at a standstill here, like I said before. We need to figure this out. We are ready. But anyways, like us Klans Mothers understand what needs to be done to help our people. That's what we're trying to say. But I'm trying to say it in a way where I don't, you know, screw it up or whatever. I don't know how to say stuff like that, but to be straightforward. But anyways, yeah, we're at that point right now, and we were invited to sit with the government since last year, and they've never, how do I say it? Help me, guys.
Complied.
Huh?
Complied.
They never complied with what we had suggested forward. So I say, chiefs, you guys want to talk to the clans mothers? We're here. If you guys are willing to listen to us. But if you guys don't take us serious, well, that's okay too. Yeah, you go.
The government, as far as I could see, has no right to be stepping in and taking 49% of your shares, of your shared revenue. I understand that they need power in the north. The same thing is happening right across the nation. I'm also curious as to what the chiefs have in place for their women and children should this project go through, because what generally happens when any resources are being raped from our lands or put into our reserves, what happens is the numbers of the missing and murdered women go up. The numbers of our youth are being plied with drugs and alcohol, and our young women and girls are being used to service the men who are going to be in those man camps that we need to put up those transmission lines. Is there anybody stepping up for those women and children to protect them from these perpetrators that are coming into our communities? I already know that Kathleen Wynne does not want anybody taking away from Hydro One, and she's using your land to do just that.
Yeah.
And I find it shameful that she is the one that is probably responsible for these meetings that are happening here right now and putting all of our people in danger and dividing us like this. But what I really feel for, again, is for those women and children and boys and men who are going to be exploited in the name of this project. Are you doing anything to protect your communities from these man camps? Are you going to ensure that they have homes? Are you going to ensure that they're not living below the poverty line while everybody else is living high on the hog above them?
Who's not a benefit?
I'm concerned because right now with this national inquiry we're addressing issues like this that have been pertaining to our people for over 500 years. In the name of stealing the resources, the first people that are going to go are our women and children, because that's exactly what they do to eliminate the First Nations people. It's just the first step for genocide. And that's pretty much what I see happening. And, you know, negotiating team, I agree with the chiefs when saying this isn't a negotiating team. A negotiating team is negotiating with your people, communicating with your people to see what they want,
100%.
to ensure that your people are safe,
100%.
including your women, your children,
100%.
your boys and your men. This includes everybody. Negotiations like this should also include everybody,
100%.
because we're all affected by it. Thank you.
And get my keys back or give a